Accordingly, from the feedback Michigan, tax-paying using voice to text, anyone running for and voted into office are voted in by the people to represent the people, taking oaths to represent the people who voted them into that office. These politicians, knowing the importance of their job, they are representing all Americans, tax-paying Americans who are men and women of all colors, people who have different opinions with different beliefs, backgrounds, religions, etc. It would be impossible for everyone to get their way. We are counting on the person we voted into office to represent the way we feel. We need the person representing us to represent the general consensus of the citizens within district after district, on and on across the land. We have town meetings, get together so we can voice our opinions, letting our feelings be known so the person representing us can do their job, to vote accordingly, from the feedback we give them, through all the districts across the land. We hash things out, we compromise and find ways to get along. We find it in ourselves to compromise, coming to the realization and understanding that everyone has opinions and rights just like we do. We count on our politicians to vote for us, representing us, keeping government running with their own disagreements, to see that they use their vote wisely, remembering that they are representing a lot of people. Therefore it is very important that they get it right. What has gone wrong? Someone has dropped the ball. 8 years refusing to represent the people who voted them into office. 8 years wasting time, money, energy along with lives. All because certain people could not let a black man get credit for anything that would reflect good on him or his presidency. These politicians have lied, saying that President Obama is a man with no abilities to govern, saying he is a man that has failed us. It is a group of politicians in the Tea Party which hold the blame. They are the ones who have failed us, refusing to let President Obama be a president. Bringing Washington to gridlock puts the Republicans at blame. Hatred and anger that a black man might be a good president. This fear, along with the fear that it might turn out that President Obama could go down in history as the best president ever, was something they couldn't take a chance on. The fear is the culprit which has turned our politicians into our enemies, refusing to represent the people who voted them into office. It would be 8 years filled with filibusters, lies, etc. Politicians refusing to do their jobs due to dislike for a black president. This was 8 hard years for our president, hurdle after hurdle for President Obama, a man trying to represent the people who voted him into office, while at the same time, meeting resistance by people who were voted into office, not doing their job. People who were voted into office to work with him. Every person in this country should be outraged. Could it be that these politicians, along with the Trump administration, will now repeal the National Health Care Plan, while in the process causing a domino effect which will take out Medicare, doing other damage as well, just so they can say it was President Obama's fault, because we told him we was going to repeal it. It's his fault that he did not listen to it. It's his fault because all Americans have no health insurance. Could it be that anger is driving the Trump administration as well as the politicians in Washington to act in destructive ways, not seeing or having any compassion due to the anger? Is it possible that politicians filled with anger are blinded by the anger driving them to reckless behavior, and is it true that they will continue on the course of reckless behavior, only seeing the damage they are doing and the damage they have done after it's too late, with no way of fixing the damage we have created? This is opinion held by many Americans today. Article by Android Article, Android Army, the voice of Android Army, Aaron Lynn. How many miss President Obama? By Aaron. Joe Tierney Smith sent you a friend request.